today's episode, Learning Revit, we want to take a look at Properties Panel. This is a very important tool, and I want to go through all the features in the property panel for you because you can favorite all the properties that you need. You can also create custom properties. You can, let's say, create an installation properties, and then each item that you click on in your model, you can say it's been installed, it's been pending, it's RFI related, so you can use it as a production tracking or work in progress tracking as well. So this is a great tool that has a lot of features, going to provide you a lot of flexibility to work within Revizto. Without further ado, let's jump into Revizto, but make sure to make a comment and subscribe.
In today's episode, Learning Revizto, we're going to take a look at a very important kind of feature that it has, and that's object properties. So, properties is available under the 3D, and this is going to be the icon for the properties. So, if I go to the 2D or issue tracker, you won't be able to do it. So, you have to be in a 3D and make sense because you need to select the object or element to see the properties of that object. So make sure 3D, click on this icon that looks says properties. So it's gonna open up a box for you. You can grab it and dock it anywhere you want. You can just go on the bottom, top, and whatever you feel like it's gonna be the area that you have. So when you put the property, it doesn't show anything, and the reason is because you haven't selected any items, right? So you need to select an object or an element to see the properties of that object. So let's say, start with this window. So when I kind of click on this, it's giving me these properties. So these are coming from Revit or the source or native model. And also, the good thing that I like about Revit so is you can create custom properties. So what do you mean by that? We can kind of get to that. For now, I selected this. It basically give me all the properties. You can kind of go through them and you can see the type, name, source file, layered. These are kind of Revizto related. These are all like element ID and whatnot, like parameters, Revit type, like everything that kind of comes from Revit. You can see all of those. You can kind of go to the dimension, volume area, extension, like everything that kind of comes with that object. So what you can do, first thing on top, you can look for something. Let's say if I want to look for area, it basically tells me found one of one. If I click on it, it kind of highlighted like this. You'll be able to see. Let me just type, let's say something like ID. You can see it kind of shows me it has 13 of them. And if I kind of go one by one using this arrow, you can see it gets highlighted. All have been highlighted, but it basically goes one by one. So it's the first one, second one, third one, and more. So you can kind of keep clicking and then it's kind of tell you exactly what's available in that property if you want to use the search tool inside the properties if you're looking for something. So when you select something and basically bring everything that is available for you and coming from a source model, and also you can see these favorites that has looks like a heart shape next to it, and this is going to be the add to favorite. So the main thing for these favorite is you can create presets for that project that you have, and also you can add all of those favorites to that preset. So when you click on them, you'll be able to see everything, right? So if you want to create a preset, you basically come over here, you hit presets. If you want to create one for plumbing, for mechanical, for let's say architectural walls or architectural windows or doors, you can kind of create those presets. You can edit them, rename them, duplicate, and delete. So basically, whatever you create is going to show up over here. You can select that preset and you can add item to it. So for example, I want to do, let's say, plumbing right here. It says, okay, I'm simply showing up over there. So anything that I find and I like to show in my plumbings when I click on them. So if I click a pipe, I want to see the size, the slope, the inverts, like whatever I want to see. I favorite those type of properties for pipe and put everything under plumbing. So when I select plumbing, it basically brings everything to me when I select a pipe, right? So if I want to see, let's say for mechanical, I want to see the duct size, the elevation of the duct and stuff like that. I favorite those items and then put them under mechanical. So whenever from these default bar, I select mechanical and select the mechanical duct, all of those properties that I like to see shows up. So it's gonna help a lot instead of you going through all of this to find, let's say, what is the dimension, what is the size of it, what are the layers name, what is the type, what is the name. If you need any of those, you can kind of add them to these favorites. So how you add to them? So let's say I just want to add this window to my favorite and I want to go to, let's say, dimension, right? So I want to select area and I want to add it to my favorite. So I need to select it first. So if I select these, it doesn't mean anything. You see, it's kind of grayed out. So I need to select the object. I need to go to that actual property that I want, let's say area, and then hit these kind of add to favorite. So when I kind of adding to my favorite, and I'll be able to kind of see. So right now I was on plumbing and added here. So let's say I just want to add it here to my favorite as well. And by the way, this is a good practice. So I added to the plumbing. I don't like it, right? So I select right click, remove from favorite. I go back to favorite right now, select these and add, and you can see it's been added to my favorite. So if you add something incorrectly to a different default that you have over here or a different preset, don't worry about it. Like you can basically just make sure you select whatever you have. So if I want to add everything for, let's say, plumbing to the plumbing set, I select the plumbing over here and I go select the pipe and add everything that I like to the pipe. Everything shows up in the first one, so I don't need to go through all of this. And each pipe that I select, it basically shows me that property for the plumbing. So this is a very good tool to basically uh, look for items or properties that you want to see per object. The other thing is you can kind of see these find objects for actual properties. Again, you need to select. Let's say I want to select and find all the windows double hung, seal and break arc. So find object. It basically says find objects with the same property values. So when I click on it, it basically select whatever I have is telling me, 9 items selected. So I know that 9 items selected, I can basically right now create a new search, add it to a current search set if I already have, or just create a batch search set. So it's a very, very easy tool to do, and I have another video. You guys can go and do it, and I kind of go through these in detail how to create search set using properties. Other item that I really, really like is creating custom properties. You can kind of use this for, like a progress tracking or a production tracking on your project or any other items that you want to create as a custom property, add it to your preset and then have it on your favorite and you can kind of see. So in order to do that, you need to go to manage custom properties. It basically take you to a different an actual space. So the custom, let me say just I want to see what items, let's just do installations. So I'm gonna create the category. The property, I want to know if it says installed, yes or no, right? And the data, let's just select text. So I am good with this. It's already selected over here. So I can kind of X out and go to let's say these items. So when I create something, you can kind of go and then add it to your properties. Just want to make sure that you select that property to add to it. So if I don't select it, I do not have the option to add the property to. So you need to select the object and then go to add custom properties. So right now I know it's installation property. I said install data and then value, let's say yes. And I want you to kind of see how it looks like right here. So it's add a new custom property for me that it says this window is installed. And also you can add like a note to it. It's not a big deal. You can add a new, so you can kind of select yes or no if you want for installation, right? So if you want to add, let's say, another one to this, add a new property. I have installation, install, let's say it says pending. If I can type pending, select data, let's say text. Like we can do yes or no. So right now you can see it's added pending. Yeah, also you can add no if you want. And then you can see how it's gonna look like. So all of these are already added. And if I want to make sure this is added to my actual favorite, I click on it and this is also added to my favorite sets when I select those windows. So this is a great tool that I really like, and you can create the actual custom properties. And also you can use these for production tracking, right? So you can create one installation tab or property with all of these installed pending and whatnot, and people can kind of select the items and then say this one installed, this one is pending, this one has the design issue, this one has the RFIs. I mean, you can have that under the property of each item that you can click on. You can have one for plumbing, mechanical, electrical, fire, and whatnot. So this is a great tool. It's gonna help you a lot. And also, I want you to know from you guys what other items you use these property for. Please put it down in the comment section down below, like any other items that you can think of or you have been using the custom property for. So this is basically main important items for our property objects. Add favorite, you can add to them so you can see everything. Make sure you create your preset for any of the find object. You can find all of them added to the current search. You can create a new search. Also, when you select an item that we talked about, you can kind of go to the manage custom. You can create any type of custom that you want and kind of work for your workflow, and you can add it to those items, and you can have everything as your favorite in one location. So in your model, if you click on one pipe, you can see what all the properties for that, and also it's installed, it's RFI'd, if it's going to be any issue, and you have all the information in one location under your property um, objects. Hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you like the content, make sure to subscribe and leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.